Hey guys, welcome to Facebook Live. We are in week 2 of Believing Big When You Feel Small. When I was a young girl, there was a mimosa tree in my backyard. And in that mimosa tree was a rickety old tree house that I would run into. It was my hiding place. I had books in there. It's where I would go in when things were hard at home. I would run in there when maybe I didn't want to face what was in the neighborhood, and so I would peek through the limbs and see what was going on, but I was tucked away in what I thought was safe, but I was hiding. You know, when we're young, it makes sense to have a hiding place. But as we get older, as we become more mature in our faith, there's a difference between a hiding place and a sanctuary. And today I want to look at that difference and see how that strengthens our faith, or maybe how that keeps our faith from growing. You know, as adults, we have different hiding places. You know, I'm not going to run into the backyard and climb into an old rickety tree house. But I can hide behind excuses. I can hide behind anger. I can run and hide behind perfectionism. I can hide behind walls of my own home where I feel comfortable and I don't have to be stretched. I can hide behind all kinds of things, some things that even look really great, like busyness. I can hide so that you don't see the real me. The difference between a hiding place and a sanctuary is that a hiding place, we can eventually start to feel like our hiding place is our prison. It's where we don't grow. It's where we keep going to those same old running places, those old hiding places, and we come out because we're forced out. But there's been no change in our lives. There's been no change in the way that we approach our circumstances. So how does this do or deal with believing big when you feel small? We believe big when we feel small, when we run to our sanctuary. There's a verse I want to read to you that I love. Psalm 46:1. The psalmist says, God is our refuge and our strength. And that word refuge, the root word of that is sanctuary. And I love the thought of refuge. I have a place to go. And throughout Scripture, we see Jesus finding refuge or sanctuary. He would walk away from a day of difficult ministry. He would go away from a crowd or having ministered all day and being completely and physically and spiritually exhausted, and he would go into that sanctuary, he and God alone, because God was his refuge. God is our refuge. And he walked out. So the difference between a hiding place is that we can get really stuck there. But a sanctuary is a place where we're refueled, we're realigned, we're restored, we're replenished, and God is our refuge. All this week we've been looking at faith, and I cannot believe that we are on day 10 of this 21-day adventure. Next week we're going to be looking at finding joy in our faith and what that looks like. I'm Susie Eller, and I hope that you'll join me on the blog at SuzanneEller.com or SusieEller.com. I have had the best time watching the community develop, seeing women encourage each other, asking the hard and the tough questions and praying for each other through those. We have given each other permission for that to be a sacred place where women could say, you know what? I have faith. I've been praying for a really long time, and maybe this hasn't happened, or I'm unsure of this. And we're able to cheer each other on and say, you know what? The fact that you got up today and that you sought refuge in other believers, that you sought refuge in the Lord, what a beautiful description of faith that really is. So I hope that you'll join us over on the blog at tsuzanneeller.com. And so today the question is, where will you run? Will you run to a hiding place, or will you run to a sanctuary?